can honestly say that it's changed the way that I live. I used to wonder, where would I end up? Do I chase the dreams that I have, or do I settle? But life's too short, and the clock keeps ticking down. I woke up one day and I put a different head on both my shoulders, 'cause I always had it wrong. If life's what I make it, then I better make it count before I'm too far gone. Thought I'd drive to a brand new city where no one would know my name or be talking about me. But that changed when I figured out that no matter where I go, they won't shut their mouths. Don't really care what they have to say. No, I won't let anything get in my way. 'Cause life's too short, and the clock keeps ticking down. I woke up one day and I put a different head on both my shoulders, 'cause I always had it wrong. If life's what I make it, then I better make it count before I'm too far gone. I won't get blinded by the lights. I'll keep going, won't change.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Racist Bitey McCryface and this is Aidan. And we are back to pretend to know what we're talking about in football. What a beautiful sight this picture is. I almost don't want to show my own face. I almost just want to leave this here for the entire show. Because inject that picture into my veins. Sorry anyone from Uruguay, but something about seeing Luis Suarez upset like this is just, it makes me feel warm inside.
You're not a fan of you?
Not a fan of Suarez, no. I mean, I'll stop sitting on the fence sometime and tell you what I really think. But yeah,
absolutely.
Aidan, how
Hello.
the devil are you, my mate?
All right, I'm all right. Getting by, mate. Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Here and there, mate. Here and there. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. The group stages of the World Cup are over. Just like that. We was talking about the World Cup coming up only a couple of weeks ago, and here we are, halfway through. No rest for the wicked. We're straight into the knockout games tomorrow as well, which is good to look forward to. On the episode today, we're going to be covering all things that's happened so far in the World Cup. We're going to take a look ahead at the England versus Senegal game tomorrow. We're going to compare our team of the tournament so far. We're going to also have a discussion about Juventus, some potential damning activity going on over in Juventus. So, as always, don't forget to get involved in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. Where shall we start off then? Let's have a look. World Cup. So, as I said, the group stages are over. Some big names are out of the tournament already. Let's start off with who we think's underperformed so far in the World Cup. So the biggest name potentially out of all of them knocked out is Germany.
Yeah, that's massive. It's big for England. It is huge for England that they're out. Who topped their group?
Spain topped their group and Japan came second. So on our side of the bracket, we've got Spain, potentially, if we get that far and if Spain get that far. I don't know if we would have met them, We'll have a look as well. We've done our bracket predictions. Now that the fact all the groups are done, we've got our bracket predictions later on. But yeah, we wouldn't potentially meet Spain until, I believe it's the semi-final. So
the semis.
So if Germany was on our side of the bracket, it wouldn't be the semis until we met them. So we'll have to see.
Okay.
Sean, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. He says Germany have only won 2 World Cup games since they won the World Cup in 2014. That is a mad stat, I'll tell you what. I think we need to make a segment on this show called Mad Stats, because we heard the maddest stat tonight about Brazil in the World Cup. There was
oh my god, yeah,
Brazil. I can't remember who had the shot, but Brazil hadn't faced a shot on target until the Cameroon game tonight, just before half time. I think it might have been, what's his name?
I don't know who had the first shot on target, but I know who scored.
But we was catching up with the action, and it said this is the first shot on target Brazil have faced. So that was a pretty mad stat. But yeah, Germany.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't really understand how they've managed it, to be honest.
No,
because they've not got a bad side. But then again, maybe it's one of them things. They haven't got have they got that out and out striker that most teams have? But then I said the same about Spain, didn't I? And then they managed to qualify.
yeah, I think Spain give themselves an amazing start, really, with the 7-0 against Costa Rica. Germany, the thing is, they haven't really performed bad, but you've got the spirit of, I mean, let's not underestimate Japan here. They've done fucking exceedingly well. They lost to Costa Rica, but they beat Spain and Germany, the two hardest opponents in their group, to finish second.
Two massive wins.
I mean,
massive wins.
I mean, you got to take your hat off to Japan. I mean, Germany, maybe they're going through something. Another team that went out, we actually both predicted them to get through their group, who didn't get through, and that's Belgium. And
yeah, there's been a lot of talk about this. I've seen it everywhere.
I think Kevin De Bruyne really needs to take accountability for what he said. Like, it's all well and good coming out and saying that, the team's too old and we're never going to make the big time if you're out of the tournament already. But after one game, dude.
Yeah, I think that was a big mistake from him. Especially, was he captain? Pretty sure he was captain.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? So that there, after one game, for your captain to come out and say that, especially a player like Kevin De Bruyne, to come out and just go, yeah, no, we're too old, we're past it. No, mate, no. You've got a team full of quality, like world-class players. Eden Hazard, who was world-class. I don't think he went though, did he? Did he go?
Eden Hazard, you did, yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku on his day can be an absolute machine in front of goal.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to just come out and go, nah, too old. Like, what the hell does that do to the players' confidence? The team were out. They must have all sat there and gone, Kevin's a right dick. Like, why has he come out and said that?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Man City over here.
Like, Mr. Man City, we win the Premier League every season. Oh, all right, big dog.
Yeah.
Because you've got billions behind you. But at a World Cup, after your first games, come out and say that. And then they get absolutely stonked. And apparently, he had one of the worst performances in his final game.
Wow.
I think there was a stat. I can't remember the exact stat. But he'd lost the ball more times than anyone, I think, in a World Cup since 4 World Cups ago. From him.
Yeah. I
saw it earlier and I can't remember it now. I have to have a look.
That's the thing is that's always a tricky stat to navigate. I mean, I remember Bruno's first season with United. He was joint top of the balls lost charts with Messi. So it's he's losing the ball, but that might also be through trying to create the chances as well. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is Belgium are out of the World Cup. They're not going to be going through to the next stages. They're out of the group stages in what you could argue should have been a fairly easy group.
Yeah. They should have stonked it.
Let's just take a quick look back then at the actual group predictions that we made, just to see how right or wrong we actually were. To be honest, we weren't doing too badly. Group A, we both predicted Netherlands first, Senegal second. That came in. Group B, England to win. I got USA second. You had Wales second. And then Group C, you got spot on with Argentina first, Poland second, whereas I said Mexico. France, we had to win the group. We both had Denmark. That was a bit of a turn-up for Australia.
Yeah, that was a big one, that one. That really threw me.
Absolutely. Spain, we had to finish second, and Germany first. Again, we just completely wrote off Japan. I think everyone did, though, really. Let's be honest. Japan are there for the vibes. Realistically, they're not going to win, but you just love to see them do well. The fans are absolutely mint. The players are absolutely awesome as well. There's just a great spirit amongst them. Belgium, we both had to top the group. That's a big shock. Out of the other two, Canada and Morocco, I probably would have had Canada as well. Morocco.
Would you really?
I think so, yeah. Morocco, in hindsight, I think what a stupid thing to say, because Morocco have played so well.
Yeah, they've got some decent little players as well.
Brazil, Serbia, that went close. I mean, Serbia really bottled their chances tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Brazil finishing top of the group, even though they lost to Cameroon somehow today, which Abubakar must be going home just an absolute hero, like, regardless of the red card.
He's only 19 years old and he's fully just lost control when he scored that goal.
That's amazing.
Got yellow card in the 81st minute, scores in the 93rd, sent off in the 94th. Like, what has just happened? That's a mad 14 minutes for him. He's just gone feral.
We're here for the vibes.
Oh, absolutely. I'm all for it.
And the one that matters, of course, which we had a inverted commas heated discussion about, Portugal.
I've just remembered about this. What?
You just remembered?
I owe you a tenner.
PayPal link will be in your DMs.
Oh,
at the end of the stream. Unless, you never know, we might want to double or quits on this. We'll when we get to our bracket predictions, we'll see what we've said.
Yeah, okay. Dude.
I'll see if I can rinse Aiden by the end of the World Cup.
You probably can do. You probably can do.
Sean, 4 sitters for Lukaku in the final game. I saw the one where he hit the post. Before we go through the predictions and stuff as well, just a quick disclaimer. This is the World Cup based on what we've seen. Like, unfortunately, I don't have the time to watch all the games, all the highlights. Yeah. We just see what we can. So our predictions are very much from our perspective. That's why we like to hear what other people think also. He punched the glass out of the bench. I saw that. He did that in the dugout. I also, just before we went live tonight, I saw that Cavani did the same with a VAR monitor. Yeah, walking back down the tunnel. He just fucking punched a VAR monitor over. Which,
oh my God.
That annoys me, really, because I only wanted Uruguay to do well because of him. Like, the Man United link, he was a bit of a cult hero for us at United. But yeah, you just little shit like that, it just ruins it for me. I don't know how you feel about that.
Like, I get the anger. Like, I fully understand that, because I think I'd be the same. But you've got to. The problem is, because they're in a spotlight constantly. I think the press are always going to pick out these negative little things. Like, instantly, Lukaku smashing up the fucking dugout, or Cavani smashing up a VAR monitor. They're going to instantly just go to that instead of taking away the fact that this team who's qualified surprised them. That's my view on it. I don't really see too much into the whole, he's had a tantrum. And,
you
probably shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it, which I get, but I understand, like, the passion of the game, and, like, it's a World Cup, it's massive, it's Cavani and Suarez is probably the last one now.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a sense, I can see why he's probably done it. I probably wouldn't have done it to a VAR monitor. I'd have probably just gone and kicked one of the sideboards, drawing Bet365 now. Boot.
Yeah.
One of them. But that wasn't an advertisement either, by the way.
Not sponsored, but if you want to,
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, hit us up.
I'm a big fan.
What was I going to say? You're talking about VAR, that's it. A bit of a controversy. I wouldn't say a controversy, but Japan's second goal yesterday, I don't know if you did see this, but
yeah,
the difference between what's happening in the World Cup and what you see in the Premier League is when there's a VAR incident, the commentators, the audience who's watching at home, and if there's screens in the stadium, they get to see everything. They see the lines being drawn. They see all the angles. They essentially see exactly what all the referees and what's, they see in, is it Stockley Park or whatever. But this one yesterday, it went to a VAR review. It's a very contentious looking angle, but no one got to see it until today. They released the images.
Yeah. See, it's weird because at first, obviously, when the goal first happened, all you saw was the angle, I think, from, like, the photographers, pretty much.
Yeah, from the TV camera angle.
Yeah, where it looked like the ball was like a good 4 or 5 inches past the line.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously they've gone now and released this image, and it shows, because the rule is the full circumference of the ball has to cross the line
Yeah.
for it to be out of play. And if you look, that ball was probably in by like what, 2 millimeters, if that.
Yeah.
Like it was borderline. Well, it was on the borderline, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, but they can't argue it. The rules, the rules. Obviously, they probably should have done it the proper way and shown everyone during the time they were reviewing it,
Mhm.
but they didn't. And either way, the decision was correct. So
that's right, but I mean, for transparency, I think with VAR, it got a lot of stick, and I don't think it was necessary to get a load of stick because the decision's not going to change. But I would have liked to have seen more transparency, just because I don't know. It could be another one of them things where, because of all the criticism that the World Cup and FIFA are receiving, that they're just really looking for things like with a fine tooth comb.
yeah, but I think what everyone wants is just a bit of consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said at the start, then how they do it in the Prem to how they do it in the World Cup. Why is it changing? Why is it changing just because it's in the tournament? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna go back to the Prem and it's gonna revert back to the old ways of how it was being done.
Yeah.
Like, they need to have that consistency. And I think that's what people are getting so wound up with, and that's why VAR is always being slated, or because it was when it first come out. They said, well, they do it this way in Italy. Like, look how the refs do it in Italy. It's bang on, but here they don't. And then now we started to feel like we was getting somewhere with VAR. Well, at least I thought we was anyway. Was making the right steps. And then now something happens in the World Cup and it's like, well, we're just taking 2 steps backwards. Because why is this happening? But then we're going to go back to the Prem. But if this happened in a Prem game, none of this would be going on. And that would probably just get called out for being out of play or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just need to have... They just need to be consistent through every tournament, every league that plays... Well, every league that plays professional football.
Yeah.
And just get it right. Like, they've had plenty of time to get it right.
No, I fully agree. And like you say, it just needs to be about consistency. Like, when it first started, there was the inconsistency between how it was done in the Prem and the Champions League. And now World Cup's in the mix. You just want to see it consistent. But like you say, the result doesn't change at the end of the day. Matt Dunn's in the comments. Who cares? The Germans have gone home.
Yeah, I think they deserve that.
Cheers to that. Yeah, I mean, what did they finish on? Was it 1 point? No, because they won, didn't they?
Did they?
They won against Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Drew to Spain. So they finished on 4 points and still went out, which is pretty harsh. But
2010, mate. No one is over that Frank Lampard shot.
Absolutely.
So they deserve it, unfortunately. I'm sorry to any Germans who are watching this, but I think every England fan, I speak for every England fan, we've waited 12 years for you to have this, and I know how it feels. So, yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Tom's Heil, hello mate, welcome in. When Szczesny was lightly brushed, I understand how an official can't give it. Yeah, the clear and obvious rules as well. It's also that gap between ref and VAR. When do they step in? You know. Yeah. Consistency is ultimately key. We've had VAR in the mainstream for what, 5 years now? 4 or 5? Probably not even that, is it?
I was going to say, I think it's about 3.
I know
2, 3 years.
Italy have been using it for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say we're probably going into maybe the 4th year then of VAR, but we're still having this debate. I don't think VAR is going anywhere personally, but no,
it's not going anywhere. They won't revert back now. The amount of money they've put into VAR, mate, there's not a chance they're going to get rid of it. They're just going to have to improve it and make it work.
Agree. Right, let's move on then to the most important game of the knockout stages, England versus Senegal. We'll cover it very quickly because I think, like we said before, we can agree that this should be business as usual. Senegal scraping through the group stages by the skin of their teeth. The fans are pure vibes, which we love, but I think England should go out and do a job exactly like they did against Wales. I wanted to talk about the England versus Wales game. I didn't really see... I wasn't watching it with full focus. I had some outside of stream stuff to attend to. But I don't think I needed to. It was just a walkover, really, wasn't it? Marcus Rashford,
yeah, pretty much,
with a banging free kick. What else happened?
I love that. That's the only thing you really took in was Marcus Rashford's free kick.
But that was it. As soon as it was 1-0 up, I was like, well, it's done now, isn't it? Wales aren't scoring.
Yeah.
So,
to be fair, I had it on in the background of my stream, and every time I looked up, I missed the goal, and it was like 1-0. Look back down, look back up, 2-0. I was like, for fuck's sake, I'm missing everything here. But, yeah.
I was happy with the team lineup, though. I have to say, when I saw the team selection, I was very, very pleased.
Yeah, he changed a few things around. I think he may have watched the stream.
Exactly.
So
he knows where it's at.
If Southgate doesn't reach the final, if the FA's watching, me and Andy are free, and we will take a lower salary, but higher than what we're on now.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably will win you a World Cup and a Euros. So let us know. Let us know.
Yeah. If Mason Mount's watching, your time's up, my friend.
Oh, you are gone, mate. Retire now. Retire.
You are toast. What do you...
Jack Grealish, your captain.
What do you expect to see in the team lineup for the Senegal game? Any shocks or...
No, I think he's going to revert back towards the Iran game, personally.
Yeah?
I think so, but it's a bit... I don't know, it's a tough one. It is a tough one because... Or does he go for the USA team?
Neither.
I don't know, because...
He doesn't go for the Iran or USA team because Marcus Rashford didn't start them.
I don't think he's going to start Rashford.
He starts Rashford. He has to start Rashford.
I don't think he's going to. Because he's been an impact sub, clearly, and it seems to be working. So I think Southgate's going to go, well, let's not change what's working. So I think he's going to keep that. And I think he's probably going to go with... I can tell you now, it's going to be Sterling on the left, Saka on the right, Harry Kane up front. I can promise you now that's going to be the forward three. I'll be shocked if it's not.
Yeah.
I think it should change. Sterling should come out. And it would be nice to see Rashford get a start. Me, personally, I'd have Rashford up front and have Jack Grealish on the left or Foden.
Mm-hmm.
That's me, personally. I wouldn't start Sterling. He hasn't done a great deal. He scored that one goal. And then other than that, has he really done a lot in this tournament?
He is one of Southgate's favourites, though. That worries me. I think that...
This is the problem. Southgate just has his fucking favourite. Same with Mason Mount. Has Mason Mount scored in this World Cup? I think he has. Or has he?
I couldn't remember. Maybe against Iran, but...
that doesn't even count.
Yeah, I lost count after the first four. Here's the thing. Even though, right, it's easy for us to sit here and go, playing against Wales was a formality, we were always going to win it. Realistically, he didn't have to make as many changes to that team as he did because it was a must-win game when you think about it.
Yeah,
they had to win, and he made enough changes, but still got the result he needed. So he started Rashford, started Foden. I think he just has to stop with this favourites nonsense. No Mount, no Sterling. Maybe no Harry Kane. I wouldn't mind seeing Harry Kane start, but I think that he needs to try out his other options because realistically, when you look at our bracket, this is going to be our only easy game, if you like. Yeah. If we get through this round, we're looking at France, Portugal.
Yeah, but that's when we need to start stepping up. But he needs to, like you said, he has to stop with his favourite nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Get Kane out. Personally, get Kane out, get Sterling out, get Mason Mount out. They're the three main ones where I think just get them gone. Put them on the bench. Get Rashford up there leading the line. Get him leading the line. He does such a good job of it. He gets behind the defence. He causes issues. He's strong, he's quick, he's skillful. Why is he playing Harry Kane, who's not really done anything this World Cup? Come on. Change it round a little bit. They're all going to be expecting Harry Kane to be starting and going, I'll tell you what, we'll just man mark him. We'll get tight on him and we'll bully him around a little bit as much as we can until he's tired and his ankles are weak.
Yeah, switch roles with Harry Kane and Rashford by all means. Give Kane a run off the bench, because if you can start Marcus Rashford, give him 70 minutes, and he's going to score a couple of goals. You know exactly who your choice is going to be for the rest of the tournament. It seems like a no-brainer. I think there's no other changes need to be made at the back. Maguire needs to be in there. I think Walker was an adequate replacement. I'd happily see him keep his place over Trippier.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw has been, again, phenomenal, so keep him in. No faults with anyone else, really, I don't think, other than...
No.
Bellingham's been okay, but he wouldn't be my first choice in there.
I've seen a lot of talk about the midfield, like the whole Bellingham, and a lot of talk about Jordan Henderson at the minute. That seems to be a bit of a thing from the England fans, saying a lot of them are slating like why he gets picked, but then there is so many people bigging him up. And to be honest, me personally, I think as we start heading into these games, I think starting Henderson wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel sick even thinking about saying this, but people said that about the Liverpool squad, and look how well they did. Like, the Premier League medals and Champions League medals speak for themselves. Jordan Henderson in that team makes an impact, regardless of his ability.
He is crucial to that team.
So,
he really is.
Matt Dunn says Kane needs a rest. Yeah. I'd give him a permanent rest, personally. Yeah. Sean says, I think we need to protect ourselves from counter-attacks. The Senegal team is strong in defence with explosive wingers. Yeah, I mean, I think defence, I'm not worried about anything defensively. Like the same with the USA. The USA were really, really strong in our counter-attack, and we managed to keep a clean sheet. Like, I don't know. Can you compare Senegal's and USA's attack? I don't really know. But on the whole, we've dealt with everything defensively very well so far. I'm not, we've
had them 2 leaky goals in the first game, but then that's it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm not worried. I hopefully don't see any signs to worry about our defence in this next game. But yeah, it's just the attack that I worry about, like not creating the chances enough. Like you see the game against USA, we didn't have a shot on target until, what was it, just before the first half, and then not another one until the 80th minute. So
yeah, it's not good enough.
If we can step up our attack, I don't mind conceding a goal or two, because the other end was scoring 4. That's fine. But
yeah.
So we're going to throw it out then. Prediction on the score: England, Senegal.
I think it's gonna be a roller coaster of emotions. This one. I think it's gonna be 2. I think it's gonna be 2-1 England.
2-1 England.
2-1 England. 1-0 up, 1-0, 2-1. A late on goal. A late goal.
In 90 minutes.
Oh shit! Does it go to extra? Oh, it goes to extra time.
Well, I fucking hope it doesn't. I'm not ready for it.
Oh, does this go to extra time?
It will do.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Shit. Oh, that changes everything. Fuck me. All right, you go with yours first, because I'm gonna have to have a rethink now. I'm sweating.
5-0 England.
You right.
I said it. I'm carried away. Okay.
You think fucking Rashford started, don't you? You're going to say he's going to score all 5.
I don't know if Rashford's starting. I don't think he's starting, but he should be. For 100% fact, he should be starting. And you can't disagree.
Oh, I'm going to be fucking ringing you all day on Sunday.
If you were the manager, would you pick Rashford to start now?
1,000,000%. I'd have him up front.
Thank you. So,
I'd have him up front, Grealish on the left, Foden in the 10 role, with Saka on the right. That would be my forward line.
And he's on crack. No, 5-0 is very achievable.
No, mate. I don't think it's going to be a 5-0. Senegal aren't going to just push over, mate. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be quick. They're just going to run at us. Do you think, mate, they've got big Koulibaly in there? He's going to bully Harry Kane.
If Harry Kane's on the pitch.
Yeah, which let's be honest, is going to be, isn't he? Okay, so you think 5-0. I'm still going to go with my 2-1, and I think it's going to be in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
2-1, 90 minutes.
Just for clarification, me too. I don't think it's going to be 0-0 at full time, and then we win 5-0 in extra time. Just in case. Matt Dunn says 3-0 England. Paulina says 1-0 England. I just have a feeling. I just think that we've brushed aside, the lesser teams of the tournament so far. Iran have played well, but obviously not well enough. But we brushed past them, 6 goals past them. I think it's going to be a case of if we score first against Senegal, which we should, and score early, we just open them up and we just score and score and score. Everyone who's playing in that England squad knows that if they get through that, they've got a potential game against France, Portugal, Spain, and if we get that far in the final, a Brazil or a Netherlands, they know that this is their last chance to prove to Southgate that I should be in the squad for the future games. So if we score first, open them up, everyone's going to be just goal, 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 hunting goal, goal, goal. And I don't think it's a selfish thing anymore these days. I think as well, like, if you'd expect from Sterling, this is my problem with Sterling, you'd expect from him to not pass. But if you've got Saka in that position or Rashford in that position, they're unselfish and they pass. And they'll see that as it's a goal for the team and we work well together and we should be in the team. Whereas Sterling sees his name in lights and just takes it on.
Yeah. But then, well, you look at the World Cup against Croatia where Kane was greedy and didn't pass it to Sterling. That would have been us through.
Exactly. But I think we've got a good bunch of lads. If Southgate gets his selection right and the team know what to do, we score first early and it's job done. It's 4-0 at half time. 5-0 at full time. I don't know why this is such a wild.
What is going on?
I don't see why this is such a wild prediction. Tom says.
What is happening? Taylor, get a grip.
Tom says 3-1 England. Sean will win on penalties. Thinks it's going to be a boring 0-0. Right. All of you fake England fans, get out of it right now.
4-0 at half time.
We're in the knockout stages. It's time to get carried away right now.
All right. So when we get to the final, what's it going to be? 17-1 against Brazil.
Brazil won't score 1.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. Richarlison won't be playing that game, will he?
Right. Come on then. What do you think? Did you say? No, you didn't. Did you?
No, 2-1. Yeah, 2-1, mate. I think. I don't know if it's going to be 90 minutes. That's the only thing that's putting me off. I want it to be 90 minutes. If it is, it's going to be a very late goal. Mm-hmm. Or we're going to go into extra time and score early in extra time and then just defend our asses off.
Wow. I hope that I can come back to this video after England have just won 5-0 against Senegal. And I'm going to see who's laughing at me then.
If we win 5-0, right, that £10 I owe you, I will send you £20.
Okay.
And if Rashford scores 2 or more goals and it is 5-0, I will send you £30.
You heard it, folks.
You've heard it. So 5-0 and Rashford 2 or more. I might check the odds on that. It might be worth sticking a 5. It'll pay for itself. Then.
Yeah. I was going to say, just make sure you do back that up, and then you got the you're not down completely. Right.
Yeah.
Let's have a look then at our predictions for the brackets. We'll start with yours, right. Aidan.
Go on then.
Now that all the teams are through and confirmed, here's what you've gone for. Eventual winners you've got as Brazil after a Brazil-Portugal final.
Yeah.
From our side of the bracket, you've got England to go through, France, Spain, Portugal. And on the other side of the bracket, Netherlands, Argentina, Croatia, Brazil. Netherlands, Brazil, semi. France, Portugal. I'll tell you what, I would be absolutely buzzing if it worked out like that, because there's some really tasty looking games in there.
Yeah, there really is. Like, there's some big games there.
You're back in your early tournament prediction as well with Brazil. You love to see it. Yeah. Backing them all the way through. Yeah. England against France, though, you have gone France. Are you Have you not lost your head and thinking it's coming home yet, or are you just thinking with your brain more than your heart?
Yeah, I'm thinking with my brain more than my heart. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love it if England did win that game, but if we're being realistic, I just don't think we've got the players. No, actually, we've got the players, right? We haven't got the manager to put out the correct team that is going to cause them issues.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll get them predictions of both of ours on Twitter after the stream's ended. So we're also going to run some Twitter polls about all of the games. So head over to the Twitter page at some point, I'd say tomorrow morning, once all the polls are up, and we'll do a community bracket prediction as well, just to see where we think everyone's at.
Yeah.
Good predictions, I think. Absolutely. I've gone fairly similar on some of them. I think the only places where we differ, I've got France as the eventual champions because, again, I predicted them at the start. I'll stick with them.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've got Morocco to beat Spain. I think that's... We've seen stranger things happen. I think the way that I've seen Morocco play in their games, you know, Spain obviously won a 7-0, but Morocco have pulled out some incredible results and played incredibly well. Japan to beat Croatia, I've got different to you. I think Croatia haven't been great this tournament. I think
You've gone Japan.
I think Croatia in their group have just been the better of the bad bunch. Like Belgium should be storming that group. Let's be honest. And yeah, Canada should be doing better. Morocco were the best in that group. I think Japan, they've got the two biggest results. They've beaten Spain. They've beaten Germany. Why can they not beat Croatia?
No, that is a fair point.
Netherlands, I think, will make it past USA and Argentina. Brazil, I think, will make it to the final, but I think we'll see a France and Brazil final with France coming out on top. I think.
Imagine that for a final.
It would be a great final. I mean, but the thing is, my mind was a little bit changed. I would have probably said Brazil before, but tonight, you know, all I've been saying about Brazil is how amazing their depth are, but
yeah,
their sort of second-ish string team couldn't beat Cameroon tonight. So
yeah, no, that's true.
I don't know. I'm going to stick with France. I'd love England to go all the way through there. I really would. You know, don't get me wrong. I've predicted Morocco and Japan as my wildest shouts, but I don't see them getting any further than that if they do.
Well, you never know. This World Cup has been absolutely crazy, so anything can happen.
I expect to be at least wrong with at least one of the semi-finalists: France, Portugal, Brazil, Netherlands. There's always someone rogue in there. I can't see it being Australia. I can't see Switzerland getting anywhere past Portugal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I swear to God, if Australia beat Argentina, then I don't even know what I'll do. I'll think about it and I'll come back to you on Sunday.
Yeah, Argentina, I think I'd love to have seen them do better, but I just don't think it's going to happen for Argentina this year.
No, they haven't got the team. Do you know what would be the ideal final? Argentina-Portugal.
Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah, that would be the dream final, but I can't see it.
I think it's worth saying at this point as well that the Simpsons got their prediction wrong because they predicted a Mexico-Portugal final. So,
did they?
Yeah, they're normally not wrong with getting predictions, but...
No, maybe they're just throwing us off the scent.
But, yeah, let's have a look. I agree, Aidan, we don't have the manager, says Matt. Yeah, absolutely. The common denominator is every England fan is worried about Southgate's team selection. I mean, to be fair, we've been worried about Southgate for ages. Like, that's always been a thing with England fans, but his team selection has got us to a Euros final. But like we said, was it the last episode or before, that if he doesn't get us to the final or at least win the thing, then he's going downhill and he needs to leave.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we have to make the final. Like, how many years do you give him?
I think this is his last chance. But
yeah, I know we're saying Harry Kane should be dropped, which I get, but he's had Harry Kane in his prime, and he's one of the best English strikers ever.
Yeah, I'd say Southgate has blown his best chances to win a tournament with England.
Yeah,
Like, we've had easier runs before this.
We had it. Was it the Euros? We practically had it handed to us.
With the exception of Germany, yeah. We had, Denmark. Who else was it? Who did we have in the first knockout round?
I can't even remember. I can't really remember the Euros, to be honest with you.
It was only Germany, the notable, difficult opponent, if you like. And even then, you can look back and go, well, look at where Germany have been the last 2 World Cups. Yeah. Imagine if Kane's only career trophy is the World Cup. I think that's all it will be, an imagination. But
yeah, literally.
Tila said Brazil and France in the semis. I don't know what you mean by that. You mean they'll go out?
Because they can't meet in the semis.
They can't meet in the semis. No, they can only meet in the final. I could see an upset though. I could see, you've predicted Portugal in the final. I could see Portugal beating France. I honestly could.
I could. Well, they beat them in the Euros, didn't they?
Well, yeah.
I just think that France are going to be too focused on the Euros loss, and they're just going to fucking be gunning it too much. And Portugal is going to be cool, collected, calm.
And they've got the pressure of being the holders at the minute as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Ronaldo's just going to fucking leap through the air and head it home. Oh, fucking hell. And head it home.
And not be awarded the goal.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes will have it, and there'll be an uproar about
that. Yeah, I think 2 good predictions there. Like I say, after this stream, we'll get them up on Twitter. Get your thoughts involved there also. Next, we're going to move on to our team of the tournament so far. So again, just remember this is based on what we've seen. If you think there's anyone that we've missed out, by all means, let us know. Let us know who your best players are so far. Where's the thingy? I've got it here somewhere. There it is. So we've both named our team of the tournaments, not in any particular formation, a 4-3-3 or anything like that, but we've gone for 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers. I think it was an absolute shoo-in that Wojciech Szczesny was in this team.
Yeah.
2 penalty saves, the most saves per 90, and he's played every minute of all the matches. He's absolutely carried Poland into the knockout stages. Even if they don't get any further than this, I think Szczesny is the one to thank for them being there.
Yeah.
We've both got Alexandro in and Harry Maguire. Alexandro, with a really good stat, actually. Defensively, Brazil have been great, and Alexandro had 11 ball recoveries in their game against Switzerland, which just goes to show the power of keeping a clean sheet as well. We've both agreed that Harry Maguire's in that team as well.
Yeah, I think he deserves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say, tell me about Maguire's World Cup. He's been outstanding.
He has. He's been like Well, I mean, you look at the first video we did. Was it the first video? First stream.
It could have been
first World Cup one, should we say?
Yeah.
Second episode, and we was talking about Harry Maguire coming to the World Cup, and I was just slating him. I think he's proven me wrong, to say the least. He's been pretty solid, and I can see why everyone backs him in the World Cup, because, like everyone's been saying, he turns it on for international duty. Yeah. They conceded 2 goals. Yes, one of them was apparently his mistake. But other than that, has he really put a foot wrong? No.
Not massively, no.
I don't think there's anything else we can really fault him with, is there? Other than that, mate, he's been solid.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think?
I'm in agreement with you. I mean, I know that he has got a mistake in him, but it just doesn't look like he's making one anytime soon. He'll be under the microscope, absolutely, when we come up against a bigger team.
Yeah.
Where we differ in our defence, you've got Virgil van Dijk and Theo Hernandez, and I've gone for Jordi Alba and Koulibaly.
Yeah.
Both been outstanding. I think the only reason I had to get Koulibaly in there was because he's made some amazing blocks. Like, his stats for blocks are high up there, and he scored the second goal for Senegal that put them through. so that just about edged him performance-wise. I could be wrong.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair. No, I can agree with that. But I just think I just think it's got to be Van Dijk, mate.
Yeah, Van Dijk. I think he's gonna have more of an opportunity now with Netherlands to shine and outshine Koulibaly's tournament.
Yeah,
I think when we put 5 past Senegal, Koulibaly won't be in that team anymore. Our midfield is exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
Frenkie de Jong, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. Like you say, Bruno Fernandes has just been scoring, assisting, maestro in the midfield, Portuguese Magnifico.
Yeah, unreal. Because I hate him. I hate Bruno Fernandes.
Right.
but I will give him credit where it's due, and he deserves a spot in there.
Right.
Because he has been class.
Can all Bruno Fernandes haters stand up right now, show yourselves, and tell me why you hate Bruno Fernandes? The one thing is you're not allowed to say is his face. Tell me why you hate him. Plays for Man United?
No, because I have no issue with Man United. I hate him because he is exactly Sean, petulant, spoilt, whiny, little dickhead.
If you can't see what that says there, it just says that rival fan tears. I'll just have a swig of that because they taste so good.
Full of flavour.
No, Bruno Fernandes is he's an unreal player. I think he's underrated because it seems to be fashionable to hate Man United, which I get that. Like, years of success has made us hated, but we haven't had years of success now. So just take it easy on us, guys, okay? It will come back, though. It will come back.
Eventually.
Casemiro's in there for both of our teams. Casemiro clutched the goal against Switzerland the other day. Solid defensive performance after defensive performance. I have to say, when he was first linked with coming to Man United, I was scared. I was thinking, is this just a bit of a panic choice? What is it? But he's hit.
I was worried about it. I'm not gonna lie.
He's hit the ground running, smashing it for Brazil. Also, first name on the team sheet over there. Attackers, joint top goal scorers. I've got Cody Gakpo, Kylian Mbappe, and Marcus Rashford all on 3. Morata is absolutely nowhere near my team.
No, yeah, he can score 10, mate. He still won't be in my team.
Like a dagger to my heart, you've excluded Marcus Rashford to put in Ritsu Doan. But I think it's for a fair reason. Ritsu Doan of Japan.
It is for a solid reason. A lot of people probably looking at that going, what the fuck is Ritsu Doan doing in that team? Now, I looked before today, before obviously we came onto the stream, and he's just ridiculous. He came on against who did they play first? Was it Spain or Germany? The first game between them, one of them two. He came on in the 45th minute and he scored in the 48th minute, and they won 2-1. The next game that they won, he came on in the 71st minute and scored in the 75th minute. Now, if they're not 2 absolutely massive goals that you could score for your country, and now that's got them qualified, then I don't know what the hell is. So I think purely on that, he deserves to be in my team.
Yeah. 100%, mate. In the team of the tournament so far, I can fully see that. They're crucial goals. I think I just went a little bit more towards who I think is going to be in the tournament at the end as well. Like, my Golden Glove prediction was bloody Courtois, and he's not even in it anymore. Szczesny's very unlikely to be in the tournament by the end of Sunday, so I don't know. The Golden Glove's going to be a funny one this year because Brazil have mixed up their goalkeepers.
Yeah, I know. Although Ederson played today and he conceded a goal. Alisson hasn't in 2 games, so
there is that.
Well, either way, I've got Ederson/Alisson, haven't I? So as long as one of them get it, I'll be pretty happy.
Covering all bases. Back to Bruno. Sean says he's good, but his attitude lets him down. I get that.
Agreed.
I get that, but I mean, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, Jurgen Klopp is one of the best managers in the Prem, and his attitude is almost exactly the same. Like, he's very petulant, but he's still lovable.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
But yeah,
I do love Jurgen Klopp as well.
Bruno, the little scamp, just rattling opponents left, right, and centre. Hopefully, he doesn't destroy us if we meet him, but I don't think we will. Spoiler alert. Golden boot, not golden glove. No, golden glove is for the best goalkeeper. Golden ball, I predicted Mbappe. He still could be in with a shout.
Golden ball, I picked Neymar, didn't I, for golden ball?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, God, he needs to hurry up and get back from his fucking injury then, doesn't he?
Joint top goal scorers, like I said, Marcus Rashford. I mean, he needs to be given more credit because he's had the less minutes out of everyone who's scored 3. But who's gonna come out on top of that one, do you think? Mbappe's on 3, Gakpo's on 3, or someone else even?
Trying to think who else is really going to push. I know Ronaldo's on 2.
Richarlison on 2.
No, he's on 1.
Bruno on 2. Richarlison on 2.
Saka. Sean Dixon says Saka. I can't see that.
Guys, spot the Arsenal fan in the comments. Love you, Sean.
No, I don't know. I think it probably is going to be looking to be Mbappe. I can't say his name. You fucking slated me earlier. Gakpo.
Cody Gakpo.
That's the one.
Yeah, if they get.
Or do you know who could be a good one? Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud, mate.
He could.
I think he's got a good chance. He's got 2 behind him so far, so there's only 1 behind. I think he could be in for a good shout.
He needs 1 more to beat Omri's all-time scoring record as well, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got to do it.
Yeah, but then he might just get 1 and dip. All right,
Yeah,
beat the
true.
record. Cheers, guys. I'm gonna go and be. I'm gonna go and be sexy over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go model in the corner by the flag.
I'm just gonna go sleep with your mum because she's all over me. Like,
Yeah. Because I can, because I spoke French to her.
Olivier Giroud. He's
What a boy.
what a handsome devil, eh?
He's a handsome devil.
Let's see. So, team of the tournament, we'll come back and have a look when the tournament's over to see if we've managed to early call any of them in there. Do you reckon you see any of them in there at the end of the tournament?
Yeah.
Team of the tournament?
Yeah.
Mbappe's got to be there, right? Golden boy.
Let's be honest, Mbappe's going to be there, isn't he? FIFA bloody love him. Mbappe's going to be there. I think Gakpo, if he continues with his form, which I can't see him dipping in form, I think he's going to continue. I think he could be in there. I reckon Giroud. I reckon he might get a push. Probably for Rashford. If Rashford doesn't get the game time before you lose your head. Yeah, I don't know who else though. Probably Van Dijk. Other than that, mate, I think it's game for anyone.
Nice. Excellent. So anyone who wants to get involved also, head over to the Twitter after this stream. We're going to put our posts up of who's been in our team of the tournament so far. And also let us know who you think is going to be in the team of the tournament come the end of the tournament as well. Next segment we're going to get on to, again, this is only something I want to cover very briefly because I don't know that much about it. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, it's not a massive deal about that I know of this subject.
No, Juventus hit the headlines on Monday when the entire board of directors resigned. And it was due to an alleged... I can't remember. Let me just get the statement up here. UEFA has opened an investigation into Juventus for potential breaches of financial fair play regulations and club licensing. Named in the indictments was Tottenham's current sporting director Fabrizio Paratici. I think it was just a bit of a clickbait headline because if you have no interest in Italian football, you're going to see Tottenham and you're going to go clicking into it.
Yeah.
And from what I could make out from it, Juventus had put an agreement in place to delay player wages during the pandemic, but they were still paying players on the sly. And there was also some sort of inflation of player values. So I don't know all that much about this stuff, and realistically, I'm not going to give an opinion on it until it's all done.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Juventus, they've been in trouble before over a betting scandal. So their fans are going to be worried about, are we going back to the Italian 4th division again?
Yeah. Restarting all over again.
And also, if your name isn't Manchester City or PSG, you're not going to get away with financial fair play infringements.
Yeah. Unless the same owners decide to dip into Juventus's club.
Exactly. But yeah, that was the thing that shocked me the most. That screams guilt, don't you think? The whole board of directors resigning.
Yeah, absolutely. Something's happened. It'll all come out eventually. But yeah, something bad's happened and they've been caught out, so they're just trying to literally get rid of it. Basically.
Yeah, Matt Dunn says gangsters. Yeah. Sean Dixon, is the Spurs connection with Kulusevski and Bentancur? No, the Spurs link was the current sporting director of Tottenham. What's his name again? Let me just pull that back up. Fabio Paratici.
Yeah.
Like, he's been named in an indictment request, so whether that was buying players into Tottenham or whether that was his role if he was at Juventus during the time.
Well, Kulusevski and Bentancur are both from Juventus, aren't they?
They are, yeah. So
interesting.
Exactly what his alleged involvements are, I don't know, but just one to keep an eye on, I think.
Yeah. Could be something dodgy going on.
Could be something dodgy. I think I saw a comment online that said, "Oh, Italian football needs Juventus," and I'm like, do they? Like, what's more important to, if there are any Italian football fans watching this, or, just let us know what you think, because I'm not a huge fan of Italian football personally, but surely the Milan derbies are bigger. Napoli are the biggest team there right now, most successful this season.
I think Juventus purely one of them for the history, aren't they?
The old lady, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll always be a big club. And I think although, yeah, like you say, when you think of Italian football, you don't always go straight to Juventus, do you? You look at AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli, Roma.
Mm-hmm.
They've got plenty of clubs that they could go to, but yeah, I don't know.
One to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, I'd say AC Milan personally.
Coming up next, so that wraps up the show. There is one more thing that we want to talk about, though, which came out of the blue today. Well, I wouldn't say it come out of the blue, but it sounds like Christopher Nkunku to Chelsea is a done deal. Fabrizio Romano tweeted earlier saying that everything's all but ready to sign. Excited to see Nkunku in the Prem?
Yeah, I am. I just wish it was at a better club.
Yeah, but Man United don't need a player in that position.
You make me sick sometimes. you make me sick. You would do anything for Nkunku. Imagine him up front for you.
Imagine him being benched by Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, don't.
No, but genuinely, do you think he could have done better than Chelsea?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think he's going to be another one that goes to Chelsea. He's going to be a wasted talent. I still think the same about Kai Havertz. I think he's done good there, but I think he could do so much better than Chelsea. Timo Werner, they ruined him. Look at him, he's gone back to Leipzig and he's scoring goals for fun. Like, I just think Chelsea, I think you go to Chelsea and all of us, I don't know, I just don't really rate Chelsea as a massive club anymore. I know they won the Champions League 2 years ago. Whoop-de-doo, Basil, whatever. They're bigger, better clubs. I think he'd have been better at Liverpool. I think he'd be better at Arsenal or United. Personally, I think it'd have got a lot more out of him than Chelsea will.
Yeah, that's a good point actually you make about Kai Havertz. I think, would you say, as like any Chelsea fans, please feel free to answer this as well. Has Kai Havertz lived up to expectations? I don't think he has. I think you're perfectly right.
He scored a couple of goals here and there. A couple you might say were big goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But is he consistently good for the money you've paid for him and for the hype that was around him? Because I remember before he went to Chelsea, I knew of him like a couple of years before, and he was massive. Like, he was going places.
Mm-hmm.
And then when obviously he went to Chelsea, I thought this is going to be a huge signing for Chelsea. And again, he just turned into another flop, like another player that Chelsea have ruined.
They had to pay the
And
big bucks for him because he was sought after, wasn't he? He was at Bayer Leverkusen beforehand.
Yeah, and everyone wanted him. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's over for him. I think there are teams out there who will sit there and go, he's not been that great. We could get him cheap or cheaper. Let's get him in and then watch him fly. Get him in at like Real Madrid or fucking Bayern Munich or AC Milan, who are in form at the minute, or again Liverpool, bloody Arsenal. Stick him in that Arsenal side. Oh my god!
I think he had a good game yesterday, although it obviously didn't matter in the end for Germany. But didn't he score 2 against Costa Rica? Or scored 1, assisted 1, or
I think so. He's had a good. Well, for him personally, he's had a good World Cup. But
is that him saying, "Someone come and get me"?
I think so. Chelsea are struggling now. We spoke about their form in the last Premier League episode we did, and it's not that great.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think for Kai Havertz, I think he's going to want to be pushing all these major titles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he thought he was going to be doing that at Chelsea. I know he's won the Champions League, but have they really challenged the league title in recent years?
Yeah, I think
not that I can remember.
The Champions League, you can argue it might have been a bit of a gift because Pep was trying to show off, took his CDM out and fucked it, but he's still got a Champions League, but a Champions League doesn't denote how well you're playing and how you fit into a team.
No, exactly.
So, yeah, interesting to see. Do you think he benches Havertz then, Nkunku?
Do you know what? I don't think they're going to be looking at playing Nkunku as a cam.
You think he'll play centre forward?
I think he's going to be a striker.
Yeah.
That's what I think personally.
Yeah, they need goals. Chelsea do. They need someone up front who's top class. And yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
They're going to use him to break past the line, break the offside trap every time, ball over the top if they can, if against the high line, through ball behind defence, and he's going to run onto everything and just hopefully stick it in the back of the onion bag.
Hopefully not, but I'd love to see Nkunku do well, but it's just a shame it's going to be at Chelsea. Sean Dixon says he scored 2. That's about Havertz then. Ali McCoy was laughing at Havertz's man of the match picture. So he won man of the match, but...
Oh, have you not seen the picture, Andy?
No. He has to declare that in his luggage for the plane home, yeah?
Oh my god. His face in that picture. He got man of the match in the game they got knocked out. He is miserable, mate.
I'll have to find it. I'll have to retweet it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Matt Dunn. Gemma says, hi, Andrew. Hi, Gemma. Thanks for tuning in. We're just about to end episode number 7. Any final thoughts, Aidan? Like I said, no rest for the wicked. We're straight into knockouts tomorrow. We've got Argentina versus Australia and Netherlands versus USA.
I am ready for it. I'm getting excited. I am ready to spend the day watching football tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see who's going to go through, if there's going to be any upsets. And I just want to bring on Sunday. Sunday is going to be the day where no one is going to be able to talk to me for the whole day. Because I'm going to be sat there purely focused on Southgate's team selection. I'm going to be stewing over it all day, waiting for him to drop a load of shit on us, and then be Marty.
Yeah, I'll try and get some more tweets out during the games as well with some updates and our thoughts. And Aidan, why have you got a bare knuckle? It's been a long day, hasn't it, Aidan?
Why has he got a bare knuckle? Wait, do you mean my finger tattoos? This one? Is that what he means? I'm assuming he means that. Purely because when I went to get my tattoos done, that finger was scratched to the high heavens, so I couldn't get it tattooed. I had to wait for it to heal, and I've not been back to get it done yet. But yeah, if anyone's got any little tattoo ideas for that finger, let me know.
I thought it was on about
got any yet.
The mess on your hand, but you should see the state. Oh. You should see the state of the other guy, right?
Yeah,
he met Ronnie Pickering in the streets, and they had it out.
Throwing fisticuffs, mate. Fisticuffs.
Right. Okay, guys. Everyone, thank you who came out. Please come back to this video and say sorry when we win 5-0 on Sunday. I don't know, mate. We can't lose this, can we? We can't lose it.
No, we can't. We really can't.
And next episode is Sunday after the game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna aim for 10 o'clock. But if the game does go the distance to penalties, it might be a bit later. So just bear that in mind. We'll get it scheduled up, and then we'll be going live as soon as possible after the England game.
Yeah, buddy.
Excellent. Right, take care, everyone. Cheers, Aidan. Thank you very much, mate.
Don't forget to hit them likes, guys. Subscribe and ring the bell.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And check the description out for all our links. Peace out. I'll see you Sunday.